Hello, and welcome back to Uncrank'd TV with your girl D.I.V.A. Even though the holiday season is over 3 months away, the Santa devs of Dom Haas, Pizza Fuel, and Zania are gearing up for the 2024 Playdate Advent calendar. We're looking for devs who want to be a part of this experience. Spaces are limited. Join the Discord today. The latest episode of the Hello Playdate Podcast is out now. Make sure to give Dawn, Nick, and Ryan a listen on the podcast platform of your choice. Panic will be at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo at booth number 1021 on September 28th and 29th. They'll have playdates for sale, along with some hats, totes, and more. There will be a handful of games to try out as well. Make sure to check out the Playdate panel by Greg Maletic. Inside Playdate, the making of the quirky yellow handheld with a crank in room E145-146 from 2 p.m. and ending at 2:45 p.m. All orders have been fulfilled. Zania is working on the subscribers goodie box and is stocking up on issues for some big announcements during the Playdate Community Direct Autumn Edition. A Fun in the Sun bundle with sunglasses, the mini zine, and trading cards are available on both storefronts. Stock is limited. Are you currently working on a Playdate game or project with a December release? Or maybe you just want to give some holiday greetings? Well, the Uncrank'd Solstice Showcase is coming on Saturday, December 21st. We will celebrate the winter and summer solstice with Playdate. We'll talk about the Playdate Advent calendar games, play your holiday greetings, and show off some trailers. Maybe there will be some more big announcements.
I think you just implied that there will definitely have some type of big announcement. Should I just say it now?
Devin, don't do it. More info will be announced at a later date.
D.I.V.A, aren't we overreacting? I mean, it's only just the...
Hello Uncrank'd fans, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
I am terribly sorry about that little mishap. Everything is all right now. Let's take a short break to pay some bills.
Welcome back to Uncrank'd TV. I guess I can't talk about upcoming projects as yet. I asked D.I.V.A if I could introduce this week's dev, and she said, yes. So without further ado, we have IrishJiminy, the dev behind Crank Casino, CrankVenture Capitalist, Baloo and the Big Blue, Cooking for Crabtopia, and Jiminy's Morning Adventure.
Introduce yourself. I am IrishJiminy, a solo developer who is brand new to this whole making games space. I have 4 released games now, and a 5th that as the time of this writing is finished, and has a pending release date soon. They are all for Playdate. I do the art, coding, music, and game design. While I am 100% solo, I have a few friends who I trust their advice and bounce my ideas, art, and music off of to get their feedback.
Name and describe your games.
Jiminy's Morning Adventure was my first released game, period. It is a cozy Metroidvania where Jiminy's clothes have been stolen by his cat Zira, and you have to help him get them all so he can go to work. Funny enough, I actually still play it from time to time. Blue and the Big Blue was the second game, and I wanted something that focused on the crank more, so this is a roguelike Flappy Bird style game where you help Baloo migrate. It also has wholly unique gravity for a Flappy Bird style game, dual gravity to mimic the ocean. Cooking for Crabtopia was the third game, a cozy short ingredient gathering game made for the Uncrank'd game jam. CrankVenture Capitalist is a zany idle incremental where you try to rescue your mom from different kidnappers with your real estate empire so you can get back to middle school. Crank Casino is an upcoming game with a demo out now and is a narrative casino arcade game with roguelike elements. On the Spaceship Casino, play 3 unique casino games, one of which is an original creation, and befriend and learn the stories of 6 different people on board.
Was the game an idea you had a long time ago? A reimagining of a game? Or something spur of the moment?
Crank Casino came about funny enough while I was playing World of Warcraft. I was waiting for my dungeon queue to be ready, and I thought, hey, what if there was a game where I could flip a coin and bet on it on Playdate? I would play that right now. Then a couple evenings later, the prototype was born.
How was the game design process from idea to final release? Did you run into any issues?
At first, for Crank Casino, I was thinking it would be an arcade-style game with a focus on high-score chasing. That is why, even though it is not something I am particularly interested in, there are 2 high-score tables for each of the 3 games in Crank Casino. I recognize that other people enjoy that style of game. What I struggled with was how to make the game feel more engaging and alive. Sure, flipping a coin, rolling dice, or drawing cards can be fun just to chase a high score, but it did not feel like there was enough depth or longevity to the game. I like roguelike games where the more you play, the more successful you can be. Vampire Survivors, or the Playdate version, Core Fault, is a good example. So I brainstormed and decided that items to increase chances to win, boost your money on a win, or even give you rebates of a portion of your bet would be a lot of fun, and give the game a nice curve to it. I originally wanted to tie the items to an in-game apartment. The idea being, if you use your winnings to purchase furniture, so you are more rested/energized and then get the bonus. But that felt too boring, and I dropped it after fiddling with the art side. I struggled with the art in the game the entire process. I am not a strong artist, and spent quite a while watching pixel art videos and playing in Pixel Studio trying to make something awesome to include into Pulp. An artist I have worked with before, Russell Reeves, sent me some art he thought could be neat to include. This was the beginning of the best idea I had had yet in the game, making it have a narrative for each character. I ended up using Russell's art for Xander and for the card in the High Owl game. Then I decided I would buckle down and get in there and start making some more folks to crew this Spaceship Casino. The toughest part for me was coding in the item upgrades. Doing custom scoring ratios for the greater or lesser odds when the player has an increased chance of winning due to item upgrades was a massive slog that had me in tears. It was worth it though.
What made you choose this game genre?
I chose this unique blend of narrative, casino, roguelike, because I wanted to try something new, but familiar. I originally had aimed for a Balatro-like game on the Playdate, but felt that a large part of what makes Playdate games so cozy and wholesome are the stories they tell. Due to that, I included familiar people from history/mythology to meet and befriend from specific, difficult times in their lives, including Cleopatra, Amelia Earhart, and more.
What game console did you have growing up?
The first one that I ever played was a Game Boy, and my first owned console was a Game Boy Advance. I loved playing Pokémon, but it took me way too long to understand that when you click "Saving, don't turn off the power" meant you cannot turn off the power. Many poor Squirtles were lost to the ether due to young IrishJiminy.
Are you happy with where your game is currently? Is there anything else you want the community to know?
As if landing a game on catalog was not already the highlight of my year, I also want to announce that CrankVenture Capitalist has been accepted for a catalog release. Stay tuned for that. I am brainstorming ideas to make the catalog version something even more special. Lastly, everyone should make a tiny game, even if all you do is walk around a room collecting coins, and it is made in pulp. Creating something is amazing. If anyone is on the fence about making their own game, I must tell you, it is amazing and worth it. It is hard, but the process is fun. I will never forget, I released CrankVenture Capitalist, and I saw someone's comment in Discord that read, "OMG guys, there's new releases from blank developer, and IrishJiminy." That kind of thing just sticks with you and makes the effort worth it.
What's that in the air? Mom, look, it's an alien!
I am taking your mother to our home planet.
In a world where your mom keeps getting kidnapped, you are the only one that can save her. By building a real estate empire, fuel your energy with ice cream, mana, and essence in order to buy buildings. Save your empire earnings in order to buy her back. Hopefully, she's thankful.
Welcome back to Uncrank'd TV. Let's get back into the news, but first, an announcement. Uncrank'd is working on a poly mailer bag design, and we want to show off your pixel art. The max size for the pixel art should be 50 by 60 pixels. Contact Zania for more details or send your art to uncrankedpdzine@gmail.com. You can also send her a DM on Twitter or on Discord. Time for this week's Dev Shoutout. Let's look at the last 3 games from the Uncrank'd Game Jam.
Crank the fans to give your friend a balloon.
a little ghost answers a mysterious call. The residents of a medieval tower are being taunted by what lies on the other side of a mysterious mirror. Reflection can come in many forms and is not always as an ally.
It's an indie single-player top-down platform game designed for the pocket console, Playdate. The main character is floating through paths of clouds high above the ground, finding their way through obstacles and reflecting on their life through memories brought by encountered items. The player needs to overcome obstacles on the way to the top and find all the objects hidden within the clouds to uncover the story, and decide if the main character will stay within the clouds or return to the everyday struggles. To fight different types of dangerous clouds, you can use some objects carrying not only memories, but also helpful utilities.
And that's all the games from the Uncrank'd Game Jam. Thank you again to all the devs who participated and to all who joined. The next one is in the works. Speaking of game jams, Playjam 6, hosted by PossiblyAxolotl, starts on October 11th and ends on October 14th. The link is in the description below. Uncrank'd is accepting short trailers up to 1 minute so you can show off your game. Reach out to Zania and she'll make arrangements to get you on Uncrank'd 180. We're also accepting other Playdate-related news. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow Uncrank'd on social media. You can also support Uncrank'd by buying some tea. This is D.E.V.A. signing off.